Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Rome 2 battle for you here today, and we do have a land battle. It's a 4v4 here between Rome and Syracuse as they fight a united Germanic and Gallic alliance in this one. And we are using a few submods, including larger battlefields, so these armies could just have a bit more space to actually operate on. But also, we are using the New World mod, which adds a whole load of new units and factions, and is set in like a whole sort of like just basically alternative universe, sort of around the same start period as Rome 2. But Rome is still very much around in this alternative universe, as is Swaby and Syracuse and Boii. I think certainly like Syracuse got a whole bunch of new units, that's for sure, like armored hoplites, Aegean spears. Not the Greek slingers, I'm sure they're normal. Phalangites, I don't even know if they have phalangites, to be honest. Syracuse originally, to be honest. And then we've got what we've got out there, Mercenary Tying Cav, that's normal. What else we got here? Hippias Lancers, yeah, very much normal. Thorax Swords, yeah, they got a whole bunch of just like their normal units as well as added ones. I don't think Rome has anything really added, to be honest. It has the, it's the Amazonian Slingers and I think Archers as well available. But yeah, they haven't really got anything else added. I think they just have their typical sort of legionary units. I think they have been reskinned a little bit, but apart from that, yeah, like the Praetorians got different shields, and they look much better, I think, the Praetorians. Still, I mean, the blue shields I'm a bit more of a fan of than the red ones, but they should, actually, I believe they should be in white and blue, to be honest, should the Praetorians. At least it is historically accurate as such. But yeah, this is a battle from the New World campaign that's taking place on a Discord server. The Germans at this point look absolutely massive. I might put a map on the replay so you guys can have a look. But yeah, Germany's absolutely massive. I can't remember whether Rome or if Germany attacked in this one. But yeah, Germany's absolutely massive. They're all the way down to like Illyria, and they can dominate most of the northern hemisphere themselves. Rome is pretty much just the Italian peninsula. But yeah, look at this. This is like an all-out assault. I don't know what this noble rider here is doing. It's going straight on him, but it's apparently a really, really close fight as this one, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one goes down. I mean, these sort of clashes, take place throughout history. Rome, trying to hold off barbarian hordes. But what a storm there. I mean, I don't know what this noble rider's trying to do. Whether he's trying to catch out the slingers or something. They seem like they've got lots of cav. Boii's got all his cav on the flank here, as you can see. And flanking around, we've got Triarii here, mixed in with the legionaries. So we've got a clash of eras being used. We've got Praetorian Guard General. That's certainly going to hold for a while. Yeah, I don't really know what was going on there. I think the German players just kind of charged everything in and just hoped something was going to work. Cavalry going back and forth with the Romans as well there. It looks like they're going to flank their cav out to the side of the Socii Equites there. They're going to need to go out here and sort of face down the Boii cav. Yeah, lots of Socii Equites here being shifted to the flank. There are certain rules on like sort of like tiers and stuff like that. So you can't just bring full armies of like top tier units. You have to bring like some like cheaper stuff, sort of like supplement your army. So you just got a full elite army. So the Roman cavalry certainly looks like that's one of the areas that they've cheapened out on, and maybe their range units as well. I'm not sure if the Amazonian archers are really necessarily that great. They're certainly not as good as like the Syrian ones, that's for sure, I don't think. Syracuse over here, I would say, is certainly the weakest of the points I would try and go for. I think the Romans are going to be the toughest to break through here. Their slingers, they are losing, though, quite rapidly as they duel with Germanic slingers, by the looks of it, and also, yeah, just a whole bunch of Germanic slingers, it looks like, and Cimbri bowwomen. But there is an engagement starting to take place here in the center as well. We've got, yeah, Wolf Warriors coming forward here. They're pretty solid. I think they're sort of like a lower tier Berserker. And they also just have a massive wolf on their head, which always looks very funny. And there you go. Romans there clashing. The balance power is dead even, by the way, at the start of this battle. It's one of the like most evenly matched games I think I've seen. I think every single player has a full stack. And I think maybe like large armies as well might be on in some cases as well. I think that's how many armies are in this battle. It's insane. Heavy horse here. Although they're being dealt with by some Triarii here. We've got Socii Equites. Also both sides employing infantry to support their cavalry, which is really good to see. It's a very good tactic. The Triarii are slightly better than sword followers, but sword followers are certainly not to be underestimated. I would put up the HUD, but I think it's been quite a slower pace game. I'll just keep it off for this one. Yeah, Praetorians holding back a whole bunch here. I mean, we've got the Legionaries, Praetorians on this front line here holding it. Legion cohort are dying actually. Getting a lot of casualties, down at half strength already. It certainly feels like the Roman line is quite thin on this left-hand side here. They seem like they might be in a bit of trouble. We actually got Bowie Cav has managed to get in behind here. They've got some of these Syrian auxiliary archers here. They're going to take those out. There you go, nicely easily ridden down there. Mowing those poor Syrians down into the ground. And I mean, if they wanted to, if they want to get out of that and go, they could try and rear charge with these Praetorians and these Legionaries here. General here charging in the Triarii, that's bold. If the Triarii form square there, that general might be in a little bit of trouble. We've got a breakthrough here as well from the Swaby player. He's kind of gone through this gap and he's going for the slingers here of Rome, these Amazonians. So another great charge there from the German players. And a good little gap in the line. It just seems like the Romans have employed these shield wall formations, which is actually, they're obviously holding a bit better. It's meaning they're narrowing that line. And we're seeing gaps in the line open up. Yeah, Swordmasters here. What else we got? We've got Eagle Cohort here. They won't mess around. Get them into the fight. But yes, if you're a fan of all things Rome 2 and would like to see some more of it on the channel, do remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment as well. All that shenanigans. It's not a siege, but I feel like a Rome 2 replay does keep the Doctor away. And I certainly, in my ill and cold state I'm in with the flu, I could do with a Rome 2 battle, you know, to help cure me right now. And this is definitely like, you know, hyping itself up to being a very, very good fight here. So the Germans over here, they're starting to lose some troops, but they're trading with some armored hoplites here who are, you know, starting to rout. Looks like, yeah, Syracuse taking the offensive over here, fight these these Bloodsworn and these Wolf Warriors here. So it's a little bit on the weaker side. Cav behind, but they are pretty good, noble riders. So there's some good stuff there. So if the Thorax does break through, they've got some Cav to deal with after, which could be problematic. But yeah, oh, Rome's broken through over here actually, or has he? I don't know what's going on actually here. I think Rome was maybe chasing the Cav as it tried to retreat. They've got their units stretched out, and they're kind of getting surrounded now by cavalry. And more Germans going in here. Again, assaulting these poor Syracusians. Pulled into this war, I think, as an ally. I think they own most of Sicily, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, they're a Roman ally, I believe, in this campaign. Let's have a look. I certainly think the right flank's going okay for the Romans and their allies. Left flank is, like I said, looking really bad. Boii is ripping through these Romans. Actually, look at this. There's a lot of Boii troops now being tied down by one Triarii here. But it's not going to take long anyway until this Roman army is pretty much defeated, I'd say. They're going to get absolutely slapped at the moment. Evocati here, which is a really solid legion unit. They're about to get rear charged here. They need to be careful. Boii players here I'd say it might be a bit of a pull through. They haven't routed this Syrian at all. I mean, it is now routing, but I'd say that may have been a partial pull through. They're surrounding the Praetorians. I think these Evocati. The Evocati also have blue shields. I don't know if they would have necessarily had blue shields. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it'd be a sign of their veterancy. I mean, I don't know if we really know what sort of color shields you know, Roman soldiers even had, because there's only like one surviving scooter. That's a red one in fairness. Praetorians here look that they've broken through. The Rome has sort of, you know, slapped up everyone in front of them. They're trying to chase down these slingers here. Desperately need a bit of cav of their own, but Roman cav seems non-existent, either wiped out or just none available. And the Germanic cav here is running around the backs of all these Romans. They need to deal with all this cavalry here to the Romans. Somehow they're going to have to deal with it if they want to win this fight. Syracuse might need to win his cav fight and then bring his cavalry over to support the Romans. I don't know. But they're going to need some help in some way. Because these rear charges, they can't last forever. Otherwise, you know, these Romans can just suffer and die. They are going to be in real bad trouble. I mean, the archers over here, yeah, Kimberly bowwomen, all blasting away as well. You've got some solid positions here. The Romans are outflanking, but they're getting rear shot themselves. So it's a bit of a trade-off here. The sword followers are dying as they get sandwiched between a rock and a hard place of Roman infantry. And the problem is, though, this left flank is, for the Romans anyway, the right flank for the Germans is slowly descending along the line. And it's just whether it'll snowball. This is not looking great either. I mean, this left of center is looking pretty shaky for the Romans as well. Got a Praetorian general over here. He's beating these wolf warriors, but they probably will defeat these units here. They're getting rear charged by other units, including a general here. And there's also other units slowly breaking through, these wolf warriors being one of them. Breaking through here. Romans are sort of dealing with their center right very nicely. Whether they can then support the Syracusans, I don't know, or whether the Syracuse might win this fight on its own, I don't know. Pikes obviously is something that the Germans don't have access to. They might be able to beat the Germans here with just pike power. But again, it's kind of been a problem for the Romans. These tight formations, the Germans seem to be able to just get around them with some unit or another. Right now, to be fair, it seems like it's been quite effective. Kimberly bowwomen losing here. I mean, wolf warriors dropping quite quickly as well. Yeah, I would say Syracuse doing okay right now. I mean, they also have, once they win here, there's gaps opening up. There's going to be another wolf warrior coming forward. But you can see that they're sort of on the advance here, armored hoplites as well. Infantry here looks like they're beating the Bloodsworn of the wolf warriors. And the cav over here looks like that's losing, actually. We've got Thorax in here, actually. That's tying down a noble rider general. Balance power, pretty even still. I'd say ever so slightly maybe in favor of the Romans and the Syracusans, which seems odd because I personally think the Germans are slapping these guys up. And they're certainly in this left flank. Like, this is going to be the first army to go. These tight-knit pockets of Romans hold on. For the Emperor, boys, and I don't know, and the Republic. It could be either or. I don't know if they're a Republic or an Empire in this campaign now. They've got these leaders looking very imperial, I'm saying. Yeah, leader co. I mean, they are probably taking down a lot of Germans. We'll bring up the HUD just to have a look. 89, 115. Not as many as I thought they would maybe be getting as kills. Looks like they won these fights in the rear over here, which is great. Their generals could be able to get out of here. If they can reorganize their line, the Romans here. Just, you know, sort of get... Oh, this looks like a general dead. I think that's a enemy general dead there for sure. Yep. He's absolutely definitely dead. I don't know if then... I don't know which Swaby army that is. It's now lost all his general. I imagine it's the one over on this flank over here. Yeah, general recently died, so it's the Swaby player that's helping Bowie over here. He's lost his general. Not the end of the world, I guess, for Swaby, because most of their troops are kind of committed already as well. This is probably the best one to lose. So the troop count. All masses going back in. Seems like, yeah, a lot of Bowie troops are forming up. They're getting ready for their next line of assault. I still think a lot of these Bowie troops and Swaby troops have kind of been wasted just blobbing up here. I don't know what they've been doing. A lot of blobbing going on when they didn't really need to be. One unit should be, or two max, is all you need to deal with a lot of these Roman troops. Just encircle them, and yeah, then you kind of dealt with the issue. Final Triarii I hold over here. I love that these guys are holding on to the end. Hardened veterans of many a battle. Refuse to give in. There you're breaking at 36. It's very good. And that's finally the end of the left flank here, pretty much. Bowie can get in position. Rome has done a good amount of damage to this Suebi player over here, and Syracuse looks like he's going to win his fight, I would say, by the looks of it. He's going to come out battered, but he's probably going to win this fight in the end. And if they can kill off, like the Suebi general, for instance, if they can get him pretty soon. This Hippias Lancer here, oh, there's only 4 of them left. I was going to say, if there's more, he could have maybe pinned down that general, and they could have got the infantry in there. But no, most of Syracuse's cabs also gone as well, concerningly. Syracuse, I think, only has his general left as a cav unit. And he's starting to get focused down. And yeah, Syracuse definitely can't afford to lose his general either, because he has a lot of troops left. But he's actually charging into the back of a whole bunch of wolf warriors. He needs to be careful not to get trapped here himself. I think he is going to pull through, which... definitely don't think he has the means to do that, but he's going to do it anyway. I don't know, he did run that slinger in the end. The worst the wolf warriors, I think, in there. That might have been a bit dodgy, I will admit. Wolf warriors here, they look like they are losing decisively. Yeah, losing decisively. Right flank, going to be a decisive Romano-Greek sort of win. And then the left flank, a very Germanic victory. This is, I was going to say, is that the general going in? It looks like he might go back in. If you get a jabbing volley off at him, or missiles, might kill him in a volley. General still actually looks like he wants a bit of action, you know. He still thinks he can take out some of these thorax swords. He might be able to, you know, 37 of them left. And he's going to go in here. There you go. Not a bad charge, that's for sure, but it's not going to rout the thorax, and it might kill this general, you know. Yeah, general recently died, I think. Yeah, general has just died on this Suebi army as well. So how devastating is that going to be now? 2 Suebi generals dead. I presume Rome's lost one of his generals. But that looks like Syracuse might then end up, you know, winning this this fight here a bit more decisively. Rome is boxing up by the looks of it. He's preparing for it to be encircled. It certainly looks like he's forming some box formation and preparing for an onslaught until Syracuse arrives. Wolf warriors over here, they're starting to die off. I don't know whether these units have already seen action, you know, once or twice, just maybe can't deal with maybe the slightly fresher Romans. Respect to this Roman general, though. I mean, he's fighting on the front line. He's been there for quite a lot of this fight as well. You know, fighting with the front, you know, showing to his troops he's not a coward. So I don't think this is maybe the point to try and break through this Eagle cohort and Evocati. I mean, that Evocati is not too bad. Yeah, it's still quite healthy, but it's getting shot to pieces there a lot. Eagle cohort here, pretty weak. Yeah, they could... this seems like an area you could try and break through. And they're stacking up units, multiple units here. We've got another general, another Praetorian being held in reserve. Still haven't dealt with all these range units, that's for sure. Where the I think Syracuse might have lost his... Yeah. Syracuse has lost his general as well. That's a problem. The final Hippias Lancer here as well. Love that. He's about to just go in. He's like, charge! He's going to get killed here by Kimry Bowen for short. There he goes. Yeah, you cheer, ladies. You cheer. Well done. And that now could... Yeah, the reinforcements of Syracuse could be in trouble. A lot of wavering troops now. All because of that that general being killed. Looks like Kimry Bowen getting jammed a bit. They're also now routing. Because the Javis, and they've lost their general, you got to remember. But yeah, if Syracuse can slam into the back here of all the Germanic slingers, this could be huge. Because there's not a lot of infantry. This is all archers, which got to take into account. It's probably what a lot of the troop count is for the Germans. Is their archers and slingers. Bounce pass still, I'd say, is with the Romans. But they feel like like I said, they've been on the back foot for most of this match. The line holds. Oh, that looks brilliant. That really does. Oh, they're getting rear charged. It looks awesome. Look at these guys, like, yes, hold the line, but then actually getting charged in behind, like, what? What happened here? What happened to the circle formation? Which makes me think of the eagle. When they call that circle formation to save the captive. If you see the eagle, you'll know what I mean. Yeah, these sword followers here, I mean, they could get just these sword followers, 25 of them charging the back of those legionaries there. That's the sort of little bits of micro that need to happen, you know, to make the difference in the battles. This 25-man unit's not going to do much on its own, but in a little rear charge on those legionaries might be able to. Cav is still, you know, operational here for the Germans as well. It still could be a massive asset in today's game. I think Rome's just lost his general here, potentially. Oh, yeah, well, he's just routed, that's for sure, that general. That's another Roman general gone. I think they've at least lost one, maybe two now. And this circle is getting smaller and smaller. The Romans. Very concerning. Syracuse is on the way. He is arriving. Yeah, winded general there. These armored hoplites arriving. If they can kill off some of these Cimbri bowwomen and then get into the backs of some of these units already engaged with the Romans, there's a good chance they can, you know, master out quite a few here. I mean, the Germans, they've got a few units that are sort of set up and swordmasters here. They haven't turned any of these to try and face off against Syracuse. They kind of just let Syracuse sneak up onto their back and just, I don't know what they thought, whether Syracuse wasn't going to appear or what. Imagine if they hadn't. That would have been awesome in the campaign, sort of thing. Just like, oh yeah, just pretend that you're going to, you know, help win the Romans' battle. You can win the first fight, then you, you know, as the Romans are about to get destroyed, you march away. That would be so cool, doing like that mechanic in the game. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, yeah, still like Phalangites here, pretty much spent. It looks like the Germans over here, they still have Cav as well alive. I don't know if this is the, that's the general. I think that might be the general that lost, yeah, already lost his like general unit. I'm not sure. But yeah, the cavalry over here is, yeah, just decimating like Greek slingers. They can't defend themselves from Germanic Cav, and they're going in, and no general. It's causing all sorts of problems here. And yeah, look at that. That's a load of Greek slingers there, which had no ammo left, all gone. That could be devastating as well. Balance power, though, is still shifting, I'd say, in favor of Rome, and I'm not sure why. Like I said, I still think personally that the Romans are on the back foot. What are these Romans doing? They're like looking the wrong way. Literally look behind you guys, there's Germans there. Kill them. General here going in Praetorians. He's still healthy. He's having to deal with a heavy horse, which is a good unit to get rid of. There you go, dealt with those heavy horse nicely. You could do with killing Bowiai's general off. He's got most of the infantry left. He is a noble horse general. He's going to actually get tied down here by armored hoplites. They're going to lose a couple of riders, I imagine, for that. Lord Master's going in. They're going to charge on these legionary cohort here. And those bad boys go. Oh dear. Yep, there they go. And the general winning another fight here. Look at this. And now can outflank some of these units if he wants to. Seems like Syracuse has kind of slowly disappeared away. I mean, he's still got some troops here, but his force is massively depleted from what he was originally going to bring. But look at this. The Romans have held on, and they're starting to rout some of these Bowiai units here, slowly encircling them. General's still very much in the game. Whether army losses are coming into it, I don't know for the Bowiai. It might be the case. Rome has insane sort of morale and is just holding on here forever. Syracuse finally linking up with the Romans. You can see the Thorax and the Praetorians there probably shaking hands going, thank God you got here, because they were so close to the Romans to being annihilated. Like, their circle is barely formed at this point. He's sort of like roughly here. Yeah, but the Greeks are arriving. I mean, there's still plenty of Germans on this battlefield, so I mean, job is not done. I mean, balance power would say, yeah, it's in their favor, but that can easily change. I've seen battles be won and lost, and that sort of no sort of odds there. A couple of generals all you need to kill, and all of a sudden, yeah, you can master out. I mean, look at those armored hoplites there, 71. Probably wouldn't be routing like that or wavering like that if they didn't if they had a general. That's for sure. It's a noble rider in there. It's a good unit again to get rid of. Cav is starting to be sacrificed for the Germans. It's been their best asset all game. And another general or something has died. Oh, over here, noble rider general's died. Oh, I mean, he's been chasing down a Syrian archer that must have either re-rallied or something like that, but it shot the general there. That's so cheeky. I don't know if they just like did not realize. But that's another general for I think it's all the Swaby generals dead, actually. I think Bowie is the only one still in the game with 59 troopers left. Yeah, I think, yeah, as you can see here, yeah, the Kimberly bow women all starting to waver and break. That might cause a bit of a master out here. And that might now be GG. Finally. I think it did take that final general's going to be killed off for anything to happen. Noble Horse here is still so healthy. I don't know if it ever saw action, really. Roman cav and even the Syracusan cav just got dominated here by the Germans. It really did. And then the Cav's actually been really effective in doing with the infantry. I wouldn't say Rome 2 Cav's really that powerful in comparison to his Tiller Cav. But in today's game, Cav's been a pretty good asset for those Germans. And these generals as well, the Praetorians going in. I don't know how many kills this one's got. 140, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I don't think anything's going to have like huge kills. I think everything's been quite evenly matched. Like they've been trading units really effectively. And there you go, a master out's going to take place here. I don't know if they're going to get this general as well. No wavering because of army losses, but no general dead there. And the final unit that looks like it's going to hold on is this noble horse cav here with 69 boys left. A funny number as it drops a little lower. But there you go, broken. And that is GG. And the Romans have won by the skin of their teeth. What a fight. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. It was an insane battle, that is for sure. But yeah, what a fight. I don't know whose perspective. I think it's from Preacher's perspective that this one was sent in. So thank you very much, Preacher, for sending this one. An insane fight. Yeah, both sides really like proved their worth, that's for sure, in this one. I don't know actually who outnumbered who here. Someone could do the maths. I mean, I would have said, I mean, the Syracusan army is massive. Some of these Roman ones only like one armies. This one's two for sure. But yeah, and then like the Germans have a really small army here that I presume supported the Boii forces here. And then like these are full stacks, I think, here. But yeah, some really good fights, that's for sure. But yeah, from Preacher's perspective, his general got 373 kills. His cav got overwhelmed and killed. Archer's pretty similar, to be honest, as well. 95, the best for them. Evercardi, 158 kills. 140 with the Legionaries. Praetorians, 219. Then we have K1 playing as one of the Romans here, getting 209 with his Praetorian general. His Eagle cohort getting 96 kills, 141 kills. The Praetorians getting 289 kills, 236, and his Legionary cohort 120 kills. And Sergei playing as one of the other Roman armies, getting 171 kills with his Praetorian general. His archers here getting 105, 127, 150 kills with the slingers. Eagle cohort getting 137 kills, 232 kills, 306 kills with the first cohort, 186 kills with the Legionary cohort. 250 with another Legionary cohort there. 204 with the Praetorian Guard. 196 with the Praetorian Guard. So yeah, some really solid kills, that's for sure. And then we have Euclid playing as Syracuse. 543 kills with the Hippias Lancer. Insane. The Italian Cavalry, 130, 151. Slingers, 153 kills, 186. 210. Yeah, insane kills. Aegean Spears, 141 kills, 154 kills, 175. His armored hoplites, not massive kills, best king 95 kills. Phalangites, 122, 142, 110, so not bad for them. Then the thorax, spam these guys out, 151 kills, 191 kills. So yeah, some solid kills there. Then we have Florial playing as one of the Swaby armies, getting 217 kills with his noble riders there, 233, 257, 193, 148. All got really good kills. And then what else got solid kills? Archers, 117, the best there. Swordmasters, 144, 254 kills. Wolf Warriors, 178. But yeah, some of them did pretty poorly. Some of them did much better. But yeah, like 178, I think is the best there. Sikh Commando playing as Swaby as well, of course, getting 129 kills with his noble riders there. 350 kills with the noble riders, 248 with another one there. 108 kills with the Kimri Bowwomen. What else? 97 kills with Bloodsworn, 111 with the Wolf Warriors, 170. 177. Yeah, some of these guys did really well. You can spam these Wolf Warriors out as well. I didn't think you could do this in vanilla Rome 2, but evidently you can in New World Rome 2. Spam these Wolf Warriors out. I thought they were capped. Then we have Coil, I don't know. Probably butchering that name, but I do apologize. Playing as Bowie, 214 kills with a heavy horse here. 240 kills with this noble horse here, and it still had healthy numbers as well. This is insane. Archers, 135 kills, 173 kills. Slingers, 163 kills. Sword followers, 177, 233, 254, 211, 196, 207. Sword followers doing sword follower things, getting great kills. Then we have Anakin Skywalker playing as the final Swaby army. 112 kills with his noble riders, and then his wolf warriors, 107, 137, 109 kills. Yeah, not too bad there at all. But there you go, guys. That is today's Rome 2 battle. If you did enjoy and want to see more of this sort of content on the channel, do check out some of the videos appearing on your screen now. Some crackers there. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.